Yeah, BB's here making their way, trying to get into those buildings on the western corner there. Afreeca Freecs Fatal was keen on those as well, so it looks like there might be a bit of a skirmish. In the meantime, Tempo Storm is, okay, we've got a big battle here between VSG and Winstrike. They're pushing in onto Dangche. Starlord and Juanita trying to come up to protect him. Dangche's all alone in this house.
VSG must have pissed off some of these European teams as they are just gunning for them all over the place. Dangche gets taken down and flushed. Starlord was moving forward, trying to provide a little bit of cover, but isn't a bad spot. Now grenades are starting to rain back through on the other side of it. We do have Drosky that is down on fire at the time, but a grenade comes back over from Nuki as well. A little bit of damage. So Juanita's trying to take some shots back over to Nuki. Doesn't manage to get the flush out, but that's going to be VSG eliminated first. But BB hears this, and it seems like they want to get a part of this fight, slowly making their way back over there as now Winstrike's just trying to regroup at this point. No fear coming out from them as I think that they're wanting to take this fight, going for the breach. With the distraction, they're being able to just walk back up over into it, but it's going to be teammate that does manage to see him, but it does not matter as BB just has the numbers back behind him. Long-range shots coming out from Aerowolves 7 on the other side of this, and it's just starting to turn into a bloodbath over here at Melta.
Yeah, BB being extremely aggressive. They didn't have all 4 members. It looks like they're going to lose almost everyone. They've lost 2 so far that has pushed down with them. Lively is still alive for them, way up on the northwestern side, so this was kind of an interesting decision here by BB, only committing to this push with 3 members, completely split about 300 meters apart from their 4th member.
It feels like they were trying to capitalize on the damage that just happened in the last fight and just did not get there fast enough. So now back on the other side of it, you can see Crusaders making their way up into NIP territory, and they are biting off a couple of bullets. As you can see, it's going to be Rest0 just trying to make it over to cover and cannot do it. Some nice shots coming out from Vard there and Gaxi to go ahead and finish them out. 4 AM that's walking right up next to ENCE, but it's going to be a nice grenade coming out from Squeaky. Gets the down onto ZGG. So now smoke's coming out from 4 AM, just trying to figure out what's going on around them, get a little bit more information. Captain's looking back up to the other side, seems to have an idea on where Squeaky might be at. Rest0's got a nice angle off to the side, so a lot of utility being burned very early into this, and look at the grenades that are just starting to land in the mixed up 4 AM, forcing them right into the funnel of Squeaky, who is just waiting, just trying to pick up anything he can off of it, and this is just coming apart at the seams for 4 AM. There is no cover, nowhere for them to go. Only the smokes are their only respite for what is happening with ENCE.
Great defense here by ENCE, but now they've got NIP coming up on the side here. Gaxi gets the knocks onto Mikaz. He has to back off a little bit to heal, but this could be a little bit dangerous here. ENCE playing very well, but who knows how this could go. And the BB's getting some kills in the background, but Vard looking to get to Captain. He does get that kill onto Captain. Trifelli as well here from Vard.
Nice shots coming out from Vard as they are moving out of the safe zone, making their way, just going to gatekeep out 2 very strong teams. Take them out while they're fighting each other. Rest0's trying to slowly make his way back up, maybe seeing if he can get up Trifelli, but it looks like it's not. Oh yeah, should be able to get it off of this angle. I thought that maybe there might be a push coming back from the other side. Forever is just hanging out inside the shack right now, up at that tower, not going to move at all.
Yeah, Forever the last man standing here for 4 AM. NIP, the ninjas in pajamas, here come the grenades from them. We've got a battle going on here between AG and the Aerowolves. Southwestern Asian teams fighting. ENCE trying to rotate around here. OMG fighting Fatal in the background as well, maybe getting a little revenge. Datmash looking for an attack. Oh, nice shooting here from Hanboya.
Nice shots coming out from Armory Gaming. These guys are on a roll today. They're just running their way through this. Great shots coming out from everybody on Armory Gaming. But back on this other fight, you can see Forever trapped outside in the blue. Meanwhile, we are getting the reses up for ENCE on the other side of it. Gaxi still looking back over for Forever, maybe trying to get some kills off of it. But as he looks away, is whenever Forever makes his run, is he going to be able to sneak up back behind him? He's just dropped down onto his belly, trying to crawl, maybe get a couple of meds. This blue hurts though, and I think we might be seeing the end of Forever there. There's just nowhere for him to go. He does step up and take some shots over at Gaxi, at least being a thorn in their side before he goes down.
Yeah, he's going to try to heal up here, but he is certainly in a lot of trouble. This is basically the end for Forever. He's got 3 more first aid kits, but NIP, I don't think they're going to let him get away with this. In the background, in the meantime, Armory did get wiped out in 12th place. They had a nice push, but they got pushed up by a couple other teams. AFF down to 2 members here. They've got 17 Gaming on top of them, and they're trying to protect this garage, but I think 17 might be trying to push onto them.
AFF seems to be kind of caught up on the outside. If 17 wants to go for a little bit more control around him, at least take out the vehicles, but kind of comfortable in the position that they're looking at. Still trying to think, okay, do we do the jump down? It looks like it's going to be a synchronated drop and just goes for the angle on it. But look at this. In was just holding a nice angle onto it. Lambu steps up and 17 Gaming gets eliminated off of an aggressive push. point, but you can see Tempo Storm has a nice angle back over towards OMG has just got Misyu locked in. There is nowhere for him to go.
No, he is in a very, very, very difficult position here. Cloud's just trying to see if he can land something through the grass, and Misyu's just going to go down to the circle there, so that would be MP5 going out in 6th place.
New circle pops, and you can see it is right on top of OMG. Force also inside the circle, as well as Tempo Storm. Afreeca, Freecs, Fatal, and NIP right up next to each other. Going to have to make their push back down. Lambu taking a lot of damage from Vard. He's going to go ahead and get down inside of this exchange. Also, spin back over to NN. Nice shots coming out from Vard as he managed to pick up a double and gets a clear positioning now that they can make a little bit of a push back over towards OMG.
8 kills here for NIP. They're making a statement here on Erangel. They're playing very, very well so far. Tempo Storm in a battle here with OMG. Sharky takes a little bit of damage, backing off and healing. Nothing too substantial there. OMG trying to cut off NIP here. In the meantime, and Entus Force just trying to make this as long as they can in the Wizard Hut here on the eastern edge.
Tempo Storm is doing a lot of distraction. That's allowed NIP to walk right up behind OMG. That backside is their weak point, but you can see it spinning back around. It's actually going to be Tempo Storm taking a couple of shots back over towards NIP as well. They've got 10 kills at the time, and there's so many people down in front of them. OMG's, this is their weak angle, but you can see NIP just cannot push down. They are being protected by Tempo Storm right now.
Yeah, Tempo Storm here absolutely keeping NIP from pushing in and trying to finish off these knocks onto OMG. Getting a little bit of help here from the American team is the Chinese. And NIP, it looks like they're going to try to have to back off a little bit. They're moving back up the hill because there's just not a really good angle for them to take to get onto OMG.
There is no clear path. And you can see that Force has got an angle back over towards NIP, Tempo Storm as well. Everybody's just playing along the edges. OMG's managing to get a little bit of a regroup, but grenades are just landing down right next to him. And that's actually so many members of just getting destroyed by grenades from NIP. They're saying, okay, we can't walk down the hill to shoot you, so we'll just rain these grenades down. Lion KK, the last member, and you can see Gaxi just makes the shot, and that is OMG just down and out.
Incredible reposition here from NIP to knock out OMG. Entus Force, though, doing some damage now. They do get the kill on Vard. Entus Force been hiding, not making a lot of noise, and now they're taking advantage of this situation. Gaxi taking quite a bit of damage as well, so Songjang and Indigo still up here for Force, throwing down some smokes around the Wizard Tower.
So here we go. 2 members of NIP still alive. 2 members of Force. Tempo Storm still playing back down towards the south with 3 members alive. New circle is going to pop, and it's going to move just closer towards the center, down towards the south. Everybody's got to do a little bit of a move. Gaxi's kind of inside the circle. 1 member of Force as well. So now it's all about repositioning, and everybody's going to be using these tree trunks, just trying to survive. But look, Tempo Storm heard the shots coming up from Force. They're thinking about making a push back up behind him at this point. They're not necessarily aware of how many are in each squad are alive. Keep in mind, we've got the eye in the sky. We know this. Tempo Storm just knows that there are 4 alive. They have to assume a couple of members of NIP could be up on this other angle. So with this, NIP now moving back down to where OMG was at. A little bit of damage coming over to NBS, but he managed to make it to safety.
Yeah, Songjang able to land a couple shots onto him, but he is able to get behind that rock and heal up your boy Dre, throwing out some grenades. That first one does not connect. The next one coming out way too far from Songjang there, but Tempo Storm, yeah, they look eager to push up onto Entus Force's position here.
This is a dangerous angle, but you got to remember you can get up on top of those rocks. If Zampa chooses to do that, which is what he's looking to do, he might be able to come up right on top of Force. How are we going to see this play out? Indigo's way back in the back. Might have a nice angle onto this as well. Your boy Dre is trying to push around the outside, just get some type of information. Did we see a grenade up over the side? Yes, I do believe we did. Does not connect with Force, though. Just look, waiting on this angle. Sharky's just going to go ahead and move a little bit further north, rotate up and around, see if maybe he can get a nice sight line back onto this, as everything from Force is just beat it in on this angle. This has kind of allowed NIP to get on a nice reposition onto it. A little bit of damage out coming out of Force as the grenades are now raining right next to him. Indigo, is he going to see this? Nothing really connects. Zampa knows exactly where the trap's going to be sprung from. Takes the shots, but he does go down from Gaxi on another angle off of this. Indigo still looking back over towards Tempo, but it's going to be everybody that is just looking back over at Tempo at the time. NIP getting a little bit of shots as well. Indigo's going to go out for the grenade, seeing if maybe he can get a finish off onto this, slowly creeping forward. Sharky goes down and gets flushed out to blue. Really, it's just your boy Dre, the last one alive. Grenade's going to land right back behind him. He's got to move forward, but Indigo goes down inside of the exchange as well. So it's just going to be your boy Dre left with the last 2 members of NIP who have separated out on 2 different angles. You can see the grenades are coming down, landing right up next to your boy Dre as we are now in phase 9. It's going to be everything making its way back towards the center. Your boy Dre just trying to hit what shots he can up on top of these rocks, trying to get a little bit of loot out of Zampa, looking back down towards that hillside. He knows he needs to get at least one of them down. Does spot NBS on the rotation, but but NBS sees him as well. A couple of shots going back and forth, and every single time your boy Dre takes more damage, it makes his job so much harder. NBS looking back up with the mini, makes the switch back over to the AR. Your boy Dre is just running down to meet him. Is he going to get spotted out? And yes, NBS just looks back up that hillside, and that's going to be NIP taking a 15-round game.
Yeah, NIP having another strong game here on Erangel. Weren't able to quite close it out in game number 4. Here in game number 5, they're able to get it done with another big kill count. They are having a huge games, 4 and 5 so far.